You're watching a Premium Excellence Club video mini session with Ariel and Shya Kane. To see more videos, go to transformationmadeeasy.com.
I don't know if this is the nature of a question, and I can see the question in it. I've been having an outstanding week, getting things accomplished.
Excellent.
Good for you.
And yeah, it is good for me.
And what is it that you do?
I am an artist, and I am sending out packets to various museums. What I have is I've created a schedule for myself of sending it out by finding out who wants one by what date. And I think that's a key to it, in that there's a time period in which I have to get it done. And when I first started it, the time period is a little immediate, but now I've actually lengthened it out so I have more days to get things done.
Right.
And well, I think something else has happened for you.
Okay.
See, there was a time when you really resisted having to do anything that anything put a pressure on you to do.
That's true.
Even you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's been in the last year a shift, a really dramatic shift in you, where you're not going somewhere. You're really being where you are, much more than you ever have. And you're not resisting what your life asks of you.
And dovetailing off what Shya just said, I have another theory why you had a great week. Because we know you well. You're a friend of ours, and in fact, you're our longest close friend. You know, you've been around. I didn't want to say oldest because it sounded kind of our oldest friend. That's not quite how I meant it, but I know that you are a tenured professor at the largest art school. In where?
The country,
in
the world?
country?
Well, I mean, it's changed since I told you that. So I guess a place called Savannah Art School is now bigger.
Okay, so you're at a very large prestigious art school in New York. And something's happened in the last couple weeks where you've been attentive to different details about how you're teaching class. And I say you've stopped treating that as your day job. And it's having an effect on you as the fine artist that you are. Because you've always been a fine artist. I mean, the work in your home is museum quality, but you're no longer treating the professorship as if it's less. And it's an exciting thing to see.
Yeah.
And many, many people who are multi-talented treat one aspect of their life as if it's their day job, and then everything is, you know, only being on stage is important to the actor, or in front of the camera, not the audition, not the business part, not the...
I discovered it. I photographed Josh Pice's Committed Impulse class, and Josh asked me to photograph it and do something unusual with it. And so we discussed what it would be. Now, I went in not thinking I was going to be able to do it. I completed a slideshow with Charlotte's help. And what I noticed about it is how much I enjoyed her giving me feedback about what worked and what doesn't work. And I did a great job. She thinks I did a great job. It felt good to have her say that. So we were operating very much on this past week in a collaborative relationship, getting my work done.
How long have you been married?
Better ask her. 48 years or something like that?
48 years.
Yeah.
And you're collaborating now. Good for you.
Good. Only 48 years to do it.
You know, I find you such an inspiration because you've always been interested in what else is possible. And here you are 48 years into your relationship.
And it's the best it's ever been with you two.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Great.
Really.
Thank you.
You know, you see, and what makes it so inspirational is a lot of people are trying to prove they have a great relationship. Like,
I've done that.
Yes, but when you're proving you have a great relationship, you have to prove it over top of the idea that it's not such a great relationship. You want people to think you're doing better than you're doing. and that you guys are doing well. And we could talk with Charlotte about your bickering. That allows for other people to see that it's possible to have a great collaborative relationship. And I bet you're having more sex than you used to have 20 years ago.
20 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, about 20 years ago, but...
How about 10 years ago?
Yes.
Yes.
That's so inspiring.
See, I'm just what is it? An iconoclast. I talk about things that I'm not supposed to talk about, like sex.
Like sex.
Yes. I think sex is very important to a good relationship, really.
I do too. So thanks, folks. That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You have been watching a video mini session with Ariel and Shya Kane. For more information about the Kanes, their books and seminars, and the Premium Excellence Club, go to transformationmadeeasy.com.